Welcome to the deep dive. We're here to really cut through the noise, get you those key insights that make a difference.
And today, well, this deep dive is pretty special, isn't it?
It really is. We're doing something totally different.
Yeah, no summaries, no, our takes on it. We're giving you something direct, powerful.
Exactly. We've got the full, completely unedited monthly forecast from Lorenzo. Now, maybe you know Lorenzo's work, maybe not, but he's someone we actually know personally.
We do, and his insights, honestly.
There's something else.
Yeah. We have such profound respect for his ability to see things. His forecasts they cut deep.
They really do. And because of that, because we know how potent his words are, we felt it was crucial just to deliver this whole thing exactly as he wrote it.
No changes, no omissions. It's that significant.
So get comfortable.
Yeah.
We're diving into Lorenzo's Tarastrology horoscope. This is specifically for Scorpio for the full moon on May 12th, 2025.
And remember what Lorenzo always says, check your sun and your ascendant sign, your rising sign.
Right, because the ascendant, as he puts it, kind of shapes how all these big planetary vibes actually show up in your day-to-day.
It makes it much more personal for you.
Okay, let's just jump right in. This is Lorenzo's piece titled, Scorpio, the version of you that died, is now fully alive, full moon, May 2025. Tarastrology horoscope for Scorpio under the May 12, 2025 full moon in Scorpio.
Okay, here we go. Quote, this isn't a glow-up. This is a sacred exorcism. Remember to check both your sun sign and your ascendant, your rising sign, for a more accurate and personalized horoscope, as the ascendant shapes how the planetary transits play out in your daily life. Each planetary body is represented by its tarot archetype. Each sign is its costume, its mask. Each house is the stage where it plays its role. This is a psychic opera. Let's begin.
Wow, psychic opera. Okay, then the theme. Scorpio full moon Tarastrology, May 12, 2025. This isn't a transformation, this is your resurrection.
And in parentheses, you've mourned your death long enough, now rise without asking permission.
That hits hard. Okay, main stage. High Priestess, full moon in Death's Cloak, Scorpio. In the first house, the temple of identity, presence, and raw soul light.
So the High Priestess, that's deep intuition, right? And it's the full moon in Scorpio Transformation Central, wearing Death's Cloak, and it's in the first house.
Which is all about you, your core self, your presence. Lorenzo says, quote, this is you becoming unbearable to your past.
Unbearable to your past.
And he continues, saying the High Priestess whispers, that version of you was a burial suit. Now tear it off.
A burial suit?
Yeah. He says, this isn't about rebranding. This is spiritual skin shedding. Your body knows it. Your soul ordered it.
Yeah.
Your aura is breaking the mold.
Okay, so that sets a pretty intense stage. Now, the tarot planetary archetype breakdown. First aspect, trine to Saturn, the world, in Pisces, the moon, in the fifth house.
Right, so a trine that's usually flowing, supportive energy. You've got Saturn structure, mastery, the world card in Pisces, which he links to the moon, intuition, dreams, and it's in the fifth house of creativity, joy, self-expression.
And the interpretation from Lorenzo is, this is not the end of joy. This is the end of false joy.
Okay.
The world sits in your temple of creativity and pleasure and says, no more performing love, no more creating to be seen, no more fake passion for fake people.
Wow. So it's about getting real with your creativity.
Exactly. Now, what you make must come from the bone marrow of your soul, and it will have power only when you stop trying to control how it's received.
Letting go of that control, that's huge. Okay, next aspect.
Another trine. Trine to North Node RX, the star reversed, in Pisces, in the fifth house.
Yeah.
North Node is like our destiny point, right? And RX means retrograde.
Yeah, where we're heading, evolutionarily. Here it's RX, represented by the star reversed, maybe lost hope or a buried dream. Still in Pisces, still fifth house.
Lorenzo's take. The dream you buried because it felt too much, it's back, and it wants blood.
Whoa.
This is the wild, childlike magic you lost when you became serious, spiritual, or survivable. Now it's your life force again.
But it's different now.
Right, but it won't look like it did before. It's weird now. Bold, erotic, good. That's how you know it's real.
That feels very connected to the resurrection theme.
Yeah.
Something coming back, but transformed. Fiercer, maybe?
Definitely. Okay, now in opposition to Uranus the Fool, in Taurus the Hierophant, in the seventh house, opposition means tension, a push-pull.
Uranus is the shake-up planet. The Fool archetype, leaps of faith. But it's in Taurus, stability, linked here to the Hierophant, tradition. And this is playing out in the seventh house, relationships, partnerships.
Lorenzo calls it, this is your break the bond moment.
Okay.
A relationship or contract romantic, business, energetic is blocking your eruption. They think they know you, but they know the version of you that was digestible.
Oof, digestible.
Yeah. Uranus in the Hierophant's robe says, unlearn the love you were trained to accept. Stop asking others to validate your power.
So it's challenging how we relate, how we seek approval in partnerships. Radical authenticity demanded.
It seems like it. Next, a sextile to South Node RX, devil reversed, in Virgo, the Hermit, in the 11th house. Sextile is opportunity, flow. South Node is our past, what we release.
Also retrograde, it's in Virgo details, service, linked to the Hermit, introspection. In the 11th house groups, community, future hopes. And the archetype is devil reversed, breaking free from chains.
Lorenzo says, you are releasing an old version of community, tribe, and belonging. No more shrinking to fit. No more fixing others to feel valuable. The Hermit says, you were never here to lead the village. You were born to change the entire language they speak.
Wow. That's a big shift in how you see your role in groups.
Totally. Let the friendships, group roles, or followers that can't hold your frequency fall away quietly. Just let them go.
Quietly. Okay. And the last major aspect.
A quincunx to Jupiter, Wheel of Fortune,
Right.
and Gemini, the lovers, in the 8th house. Quincunx is awkward, needs adjustment.
Jupiter is expansion, luck. The Wheel of Fortune archetype cycles, fate. In Gemini, communication, duality, linked to the lover's choices. And it's in the 8th. House
Good.
deep stuff. Shared resources, intimacy, power, transformation.
Yeah, the 8th is intense, Lorenzo's interpretation. Something big is shifting in the deep shadows. Finances, sex, death, power, control.
Okay.
You're being asked, can you hold more power without defaulting to guilt, obsession, or emotional debt?
That's a heavy question.
It is, he adds. Be careful what you say yes to. This isn't growth, it's mutation. If it promises intimacy without integrity, walk away.
Mutation, not just growth. And that warning about infancy without integrity, potent.
Very. Then he moves into what he calls hidden dynamics, even pros miss. First one, Saturn conjunct North Node in the 5th. Destiny isn't romantic, it's sacred discipline.
So Saturn discipline, structure, conjunct the North Node, our destiny point, in that 5th house of creativity.
Yeah. And Lorenzo stresses, everyone says follow joy, but for Scorpio, joy is work. Your divine creativity isn't fluffy. It's carved from silence, rebirth, and ritual.
So creation as a disciplined, sacred act.
Exactly. Your destiny now. Like your soul depends on it. Because it does.
That lands hard. Okay, second hidden dynamic.
Jupiter square the nodes. Don't trade shadow work for spotlight. Square means tension, challenge. Jupiter's squaring both nodes.
Lorenzo's warning here. The temptation will be there. Sign the deal, join the partnership, launch the thing. But if it skips your truth and chokes your intensity, it's a trap.
Don't bypass the deep work for something shiny.
Right. Your power doesn't need a platform. It needs to stay unbought, staying true to that intense inner reality.
Ah, powerful reminder. And then the wow moment section.
Okay.
This isn't the next phase of your life.
Okay.
This is the version of you that died to be born.
Wow.
The one that isn't lovable, teachable, or soft. The one that screams truth through the bones. The one that doesn't need to be explained.
Oh my goodness.
You don't need a comeback. You are the storm.
That's chills. You are the storm. Okay. That's a lot to sit with.
It really is. Then comes the practical, brutally sacred advice. Number 1.
Go on.
1. Delete a file, draft, message, or offering that represents your past self. Don't archive it. Destroy it.
Whoa. No half measures there. Destroy it. Okay.
2. Revisit the dream you said was too much. Write it out in full present tense detail. Seal it in black wax. Burn it on May 12th.
Specific ritual again.
Yeah. Speak to the smoke. Return to me clean.
Return to me clean. Okay. Number 3.
3. Don't initiate partnerships, investments, or long-term bonds May 11-14.
A specific timing warning. Why?
Because you are too powerful right now to shrink into compromise.
Okay. Don't dilute this energy by trying to fit into something new just yet. Makes sense.
Number 4.
4.
Avoid trying to explain your shift.
Right, like you said earlier.
Exactly. You're not here to be understood. You're here to radiate clarity like a storm cloud. Let others adjust or vanish.
Let them adjust or vanish. That's direct. Okay, number 5.
5. On May 12th, speak this aloud while touching your bare chest. I revoke all versions of me that were built in fear. I reclaim the version that rose from the ashes. I no longer perform power. I embody it.
Perform versus embody.
Yeah.
Huge difference. These are really powerful, actionable things.
Definitely. And then the final wow line.
Hit me.
This full moon doesn't want you to change. It wants you to resurrect the self that died while others call it too much. Let them flinch, This time, you're not dimming the flame.
Don't dim the flame. Wow, okay.
But wait, there's more. Lorenzo says, yes, we're almost at the edge of prophecy, but to truly nail it for Scorpio, we must reveal what no one else will even think to say.
Oh.
Most astrologers and tarot readers will tell Scorpio this is about transformation, new beginnings, stepping into your power. But that's not it. That's still playing it safe.
Okay, so what is it then, according to him? What are they missing?
He titles this section What Everyone Misses. This isn't your rebirth. It's your reinstatement.
Reinstatement. Okay, that's different.
Yeah. You don't need to transform. You've already died. He lists things Scorpios might recognize. You've already outlived the love that rejected you, buried the version of you that made others comfortable, watched your magic turn into martyrdom, carried your power like a curse just to be safe.
That feels deeply Scorpio.
Right. This Scorpio full moon in your first house isn't asking you to evolve. It's restoring the original, dangerous, untamed, sovereign version of you, the one you buried to survive.
Restoring the original. Wow.
This is the ceremony of your return, and that's why it feels so disorienting, electric, and unspeakable.
That explains the intensity, that feeling of something almost alien emerging. It's not new, it's remembered, reinstated.
Precisely. Then he adds, the nuance others don't dare name.
Okay.
This full moon in your sign opposing Uranus in the 7th and quincunx Jupiter in the 8th is not just relational tension.
It's more than just relationship drama.
Yeah. He says, it's this. Your true self has become incompatible with the people, practices, and energies that were designed for your broken version. Not because they're wrong, but because you no longer fit the cage. This isn't disruption. This is sacred incompatibility. Let it happen.
Sacred incompatibility. That reframes everything. It's not about fixing things. It's about acknowledging you've outgrown the container.
Exactly. Let it happen. Then there's advanced, unfiltered, practical advice. More steps.
Okay, lay it on us.
1. Make a list titled, Things I Pretend to Still Like. Cross out everything that no longer resonates. These are the strings keeping the past self alive.
Oh, that's deceptively simple, but potentially revealing.
Okay. Don't commit to partnerships, healing contracts, or spiritual mergers May 11-14. Reiterating the timing warning.
Right. Why this time?
Your aura is volatile for good reason. Let others meet you after the flames, not before.
After the flames. Got it.
3. On May 12, perform this ritual. Stand before a mirror. Whisper your full name 3 times. Then say, I reclaim the parts of me I buried to be loved. I resurrect the voice they silenced. I walk forward, not to change, but to remember.
Not to change, but to remember.
He says, this breaks the psychic identity freeze most Scorpios secretly carry.
That feeling of being stuck in an old identity. Yeah. Okay, number 4.
4. Stop asking, who am I becoming?
But isn't that the question?
Apparently not. That question keeps you looking forward with fear. Ask instead, what have I always been too powerful to admit I already am?
Oh. Okay. Shift the focus from future becoming to present already existing power. That's quite a reframe.
Isn't it? And then the final wow moment. No fluff, just bone-deep truth. This full moon doesn't want your growth. It wants your ghost.
The ghost.
The version of you that died when they couldn't handle your fire. She's back, not to heal, to reign. That's the prophecy.
Not to heal, to reign. Wow. Wow. That's the end of the prophecy part.
That's the prophecy.
Yeah.
Then there's his closing call to action. Quote, if this prophecy ignited something in you, don't keep it to yourself. Like, share, subscribe. Let others feel this roar, and if you're ready to step into your own reign order, your personalized astrology or tarot reading from me, Lorenzo, this isn't entertainment. This is your divine blueprint. Links below. Let's write your legacy louder, sharper, and truer than ever before.
And that's the complete message.
That's the whole thing, verbatim.
So you just heard Lorenzo's entire forecast for Scorpio's Sun and Ascendant for the May 12th, 2025 full moon. Like we said at the start, we know Lorenzo. We've experienced the accuracy and, frankly, the power of his work firsthand.
Absolutely. There's a reason we felt compelled to just read it all out. His ability to articulate these deep, energetic shifts is just unmatched in our experience.
It really is. And this forecast feels particularly potent. That word keeps coming out.
It does. So as you're listening, maybe just take a breath. What part of that really landed for you? If you have Scorpio placements, what just resonated deep in your bones?
Yeah. Which bits felt like, oh yeah, I know that feeling. And maybe think about that practical advice too.
Those specific actions. Which one feels like it might actually unlock something for you right now, even if it feels a bit daunting?
It definitely leaves you thinking, doesn't it? That final idea. What ghost, what version of yourself that maybe felt too intense, too much, the one you thought died?
Yeah. What if it's not dead at all?
What if it's just waiting? Ready to rain, as he put it. Something powerful to consider.